If the internet has become the new media of the early 21st century in redefining mass culture and the medium through which new narrative forms can emerge, then the radio played a similar role in the 1960s and the 1970s. Of course, radio began in the 1920s, late 1920s in colonial Korea. In Choi Eun-hoon's linked novel, The Voice of the Governor General, the author intentionally connects Park Chung-hee's nationalism and repressive policies to the Japanese colonial period through evoking the form of a radio broadcast. Within a form of a radio transcript, which strongly harkens back to Hirohito's infamous radio announcement that marked Japan's unconditional surrender and Korea's liberation, Che not only critiques the political and economic conditions of the post-colonial Korea as not having really overcome the colonial, but one that perpetuates the imperialist policies of the past. The purposeful use of the radio broadcast in Che's novel also points to ways that the state positioned mass media, such as the radio, to discipline the masses into becoming responsible, dutiful, and obedient citizens. By turning it around, however, wherein which Che usurps the voice of the governors general, who distorts the truth of Korean history through a fictive radio broadcast, Che assists the readers or listeners to critique the technology and the mechanism through which the state disseminates information and conditions thought. As other scholars of Choi Eun-hoon already pointed out, two of the most important or noticeable forms that Che uses in his fiction is the deployment of radio broadcasting, or 방송의 소리, and his parody novels, rewriting of historical tales or novels to blur or play with fiction and nonfiction.